Hi, I read your message and it said that GameStop is down 40% in top line revenue over the last 10 years. So I just want to explain like the idea of what happened to GameStop over these last 10 years. In 2013, the PlayStation 4 was released, and that was the last console that was going to be released, and then they were going to be able to bankrupt GameStop. When I say they, I'm talking about private equity. If you're not familiar with private equity and the way they leverage companies through publicly traded companies, what do? They leverage them on debt. So what did they do? They expanded, right? Expand, buy as many properties, as many commercial real estate leases you can get into, and stress the company on debt. Therefore, they have to borrow money on covenants and pay back these huge interest payments that they can't afford. They deplete all their cash, and then they bankrupt the company. And there's a whole rhyme and a reason to this. You've seen it happen with every single retail company out there, the category killers, right? So in this case for GameStop, not only did they expand the debt to them and stretch them thin, about 7,500 buildings and companies, you would think the top line revenue is through the roof. You would look at 2016, 2017, top line revenue, 8 billion, 9 billion. Oh, this is a thriving company. It's not that. You just expanded so far that that's the revenue that many buildings brings in. But when you draw it all down, GameStop was supposed to go bankrupt in 2019, 2020. That was the bet. That's why there's this squeeze and this resurgence of GameStop, because it didn't happen. It didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. So GameStop has now proven that it beat out private equity, and private equity hasn't paid yet. But the more stores that GameStop closes, the more profitable they become. So as they keep shrinking their footprint, they're making more money. They're already now a profitable company as it sits today. So that's the story of top-line revenue. Before you think it's just like some circling the drain, you should look at what GameStop's doing today. GameStop now is in the power position of having more cash than most retail companies in America. The third largest retailer in America, guys, behind Walmart and Costco, is Home Depot. Home Depot's cash is $4 billion. GameStop's cash is $4 billion. GameStop has assets versus liabilities on a 4-to-1 beat. That's right. Current ratio is 4x. Their assets are 4 times higher than their liabilities. Home Depot, they're flat. Actually have more liabilities than assets. Anyway, back to it. GameStop's a profitable company. It's a great investment, and you have the story completely wrong. And private equity lost, and until they're willing to come pay for it, I'll still hold these shares. And if you don't know what that means, well, then you haven't done your homework. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop. GameStop, do some homework. Peace.